YouTubers? It's Anonymous T. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Today I'm going to be discussing Martell and his side dish, Arionne, still doing the most on social media once again. They just can't let up, and they just want to keep giving us material to talk about them. So you'll remember the other day, Martell posted the original copy of the other family photo he copied of Mel with the babies that she took back in April and posted on her Instagram. He posted this picture where all the kids looked upset, nobody was smiling, and it just looked awkward. And so due to all of the feedback and all of, the response that came with all of that, Martell decided once again to post another reel that included a picture that is posted on my thumbnail of all of the kids, well, most of the kids, I should say, looking to be in better spirits than the other photo, but still is a concern that Sugar Mama, who usually smiles and is a fairly happy child, barely could form a grin on her face, even with the photo where some of the other children are smiling. So that tells me everything I need to know. And why did you make it a point to include in the reel that the kids cried also? What were they crying about? Were they crying because they're meeting their little brother for the first time? Were they crying because this is an actual reminder that there's no way their mom and dad are getting back together ever again? Why were they crying? And why did you feel the need to include that? Because if everything was happy-go-lucky from the start, you wouldn't have posted the original photo where everybody looks upset in the first place. You wanted that narrative to be out there, whether it was to shade the baby mama or whether it was to shade the situation or whether it was to shade your reaction to the side chick song being released. Like, you had an intent to invoke a negative response because you live to be messy. Because if you wanted to post a picture of your kids, most of them smiling, you would have did it the first time. But you've embraced your villain role. You've embraced the negative role. So this is what messy people do. And then your side chick, Arionne, she's completely out of order. Melody is being called the side chick assassin for a reason, because this girl is triggered. She's posting and deleting comments now saying that she stole a married man with their eyes closed. How do you steal a married man who still doesn't claim you, still doesn't post you, you don't have a ring on your finger, you're not engaged, he has no intentions of marrying you? What did you steal exactly? Because Melody Holt's the one that filed for divorce. Melody Holt's the one that got rid of her husband. You didn't take him. Melody got rid of him. And the fact of the matter is, what did you take exactly? Because by these family photos, Martell's still obsessed with his ex-wife. Do you watch the show? I know you watch the show, Arionne, because you go immediately on live as soon as the credits appear. Martell is still obsessed with Melody, so who did you steal? And in the comments, you're talking about, being called a peasant. That was your baby's father that called you the peasant. That was Martell. That you said he's quote unquote doing stuff for a storyline. Is having a baby with you a storyline? Like, what's real and what's fake, Arionne? Because once again, you're doing the most, you're posting and deleting, you're fighting with bloggers, you're gaslighting people, you're trying to still antagonize people. What exactly did you win in the Martell sweepstakes? What was it? Because from the looks of it, he still looks to be obsessed with his ex-wife. And he's not going to stop being obsessed with his ex-wife until he meets a woman that's on the caliber of Melody. Until he meets the woman who looks as good as Melody, till he meets the woman who is successful as Melody. And that's not you, boo-boo. Because if it was, he would be bragging about you on his page and talking about the empire you're going to build together. But he doesn't feel that way about you. He doesn't see you as the caliber of a woman that Melody Holt is. Because if he did, you'd be acknowledged. And not only acknowledged, when it's to antagonize Melody. And even still, he won't claim you. He will not claim you. He'll claim he has a child with you, even though he wanted you to get a paternity test. So what exactly did you steal with your eyes closed? You're embarrassing yourself on social media with your eyes closed because you still don't have a platform. And while you're still taking digs at Melody, who's thriving and living her best life and is the side chick assassin in her new song, assassinating you, Oprah sending her bread makers. Melody's getting those checks from Oprah's network. While you still have to post on social media and, do all this drama for relevance to get your little 15 minutes, but it's not resulting in any checks. Just more bloggers talking about you. But if you were going to expand all this energy, why are you expanding this energy on other people, insulting bloggers, and trying to antagonize Melody? If you won Martell, if you quote unquote stole him with your eyes closed, why are you worried about what Melody's doing? Why are you worried about what on the show is a storyline? Like, what is going on? What is your obsession with Melody at this point? Did the check stop coming? What is your real deal with Melody? Because she divorced Martell. Martell should be free and clear to you, right? But that's not the narrative, because if he was free and clear with you, he would be there. He would be posting you. He would be acknowledging you. He would be putting you up on a pedestal on his Instagram that, you won. But instead, you just won the Side Chick of the Year award, and that's why you're mad. So those are all the thoughts that I have. Let me know what you guys think on this latest shenanigans of Martell Holt, his side dish area, doing the most once again on social media. And, this hot mess express is just going to continue because Martell thrives on negativity. Arionne thrives on negativity, but Arionne still has nothing but an outside baby to show for all of this nonsense. She still doesn't have the man. And the man still doesn't acknowledge her. And while you're doing all of this on social media, Melody's with the kids celebrating Sugar Mama's birthday. She doesn't have time for these shenanigans. So you knew what you were doing, posting this updated reel the day of your next to youngest child's birthday. And of course, Arionne, she has to insert herself. So either Martell hid your comment or you post and delete it once again after the fans came for you for your ridiculousness. And Martell, if you're posting a reel of the kids, quote unquote, being happy, why are your comments limited? Because you still get dragged no matter what, because you still have no respect for your ex-wife. And until you start respecting your ex-wife, until you start treating her better, you're going to continue to get dragged. And Arionne, the more messy you keep being on social media, the more you're going to continue to get dragged. So how about that? So those are all the thoughts that I have. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much. I hope you come back another time. And thank you so much for supporting. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you guys can be notified the instant that I post new content on this channel. And per usual, I will talk to you guys again very soon.